Archangel Kai the strongest and Shiva the bloody angel were defeated. All the battles kept going on, and everything seemed to be coming to an end. Goku increasingly raising his powers and making the battles become more and more intriguing. Goku had learned the essence of his angel powers after having combined his powers alongside from his energy, which had been bound from another timeline. Still, the greatest performance was shown when Vegeta managed to activate his second level of Ultra Ego. Vegeta's powers were each time being increased, even beyond Yamasaki's essence. The primordial power of the Prince of Saiyans was finally revealed. Meanwhile, in the central part of the palace of the High Priestess Sakai, Whis starts laughing and says, "Just look at Sakai. It seems that things are different now. I feel that Kai and Shiva's energy are gone. Weren't you the one who said that the mortals and the Daishikan's universe were extremely weak?" Sakai keeps being serene. Sakai then says, "You think that just because two of my strongest angels let their guards down, that we will lose the war? Don't make me laugh. I remember you from when you were such an insolent child, Whis. Now you think you can fight me just for being an angel. Just look at you, pitiful. Now you'll see the difference between our powers." Whis makes a serious look on his face. Zarama watches and says, "I don't understand. Even though Whis and Vados are very powerful, Sakai as the mother of angels could easily beat them both. But for some reason she's fighting them until now. What's going on? Wait, could it be that while she released the portal of the liberation of dragons, she ended up spending too much of her energy? Oh, so that's it, Sakai. You know that other warriors can still appear here in the center of the stage, and that's why you're containing your powers, so you can fight the whole war." Fascinating as one would expect from the Mother of Angels. Whis says, "We don't have time to play here anymore. Supreme Celestial Cube! Come on, Vados, come with me!" Vado takes Whis' hand and prepares to launch a massive attack on Sakai. In the blink of an eye, a gigantic dragon appears on the backs of the two angels. Whis looks scared and says, "What is that?" Vado speaks. "Brother, it's very close. It is practically impossible for us to escape." "Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of the Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started." The giant dragon was about to hit Whis and Vados. Sakai starts laughing. "I had said that I could finish you off on my own." Sarama speaks. "Don't get me wrong, but I felt you needed my help, Sakai." Whis says, "Vados, get out of the way!" Whis receives the attack of the dragon god Sarama in full. A huge explosion takes place in the palace of the High Priestess. Whis' voice comes through. Damn it. It seems that this time, not even with Ultra Instinct, I could escape. Really, the attack of the creator of God of everything hurts a lot. Vados is shocked by the image she sees and speaks. "Brother!" Whis was with his body all blooded and extremely injured for having received Sarama's attack in full. Whis says, "Sister, can you hold it for me? Maybe I'll need some time to recover." Sarama appears in front of Whis and says, "And who said I would let you recover?" Whis then thinks, "Damn it, so the god of Super Dragon Balls decided to start fighting alongside Sakai." Sakai's energy starts to increase. Sarama is impressed. Sakai, smiling insanely, says, "When did I authorize you to get involved in this Sarama fight? I will finish you all!" Southside Palace of the High Priestess. Gohan in his Beast Mode 2 form starts to have an advantage fighting Zyrus. Zyrus says, "How could a mortal manage to overcome his limits in this way? If I'm not mistaken, this is the boy who left Zaki in a bad way, and now he himself managed to defeat Psycho. I will never accept this. I've had enough of you. Always believing you can get stronger. Believing us mortals will be in your pawns. Gohan and Zyros begins to exchange several punches as Azazel watches. Piccolo just watches Gohan and Zyros battle as he observes Azazel's behavior. Azazel was enraged, but still did not engage in battle. Azazel in his thoughts says, "You are too weak, Zyros. You all the angels don't know how to fight. They only embarrass themselves. I myself will finish them off. The Daishigun, Sakai, all of you will all be destroyed." Gohan, having the upper hand against Zyros, starts to think, "This transformation doesn't last for long. This guy certainly doesn't have the powers of an angel. If I defeat him, surely Mr. Piccolo will finish him off in his god form." Zyros starts to laugh and says, "Mediocre mortal! What makes you believe that you can defeat me?" Gohan looks at Zyros with a serious look and starts to reflect. Gohan closes his eyes and begins to remember his battles and says, You know, since I was a child, I always avoided fighting. Unlike a pure-blooded Saiyan, I always had the thought of a hybrid to my human side, wanted to study, play like a normal child. However, my reality was always surrounded by battles, and I knew that at some point I would have to fight. The first thing I lost in front of me was my father, and then my master. I knew I had to stay strong, but fear spoke louder than me, and that made things more tense, and I didn't know how to deal with it. Then Mr. Piccolo was teaching me everything I needed to get stronger, and that was believing in myself. My father's absence, I was always in charge of saving the Earth. That's what my father and Mr. Piccolo taught me. I am Son Gohan, the Saiyan hybrid from Universe 7. It doesn't matter to me if you're an angel, what you are. I have defeated several enemies to save the Earth, and now it won't be different. Zyros starts to laugh and speaks. Beautiful speech, but you talk too much. Die, boy! Inclusion of darkness! Gohan seriously looks and says, "Fusion of Saiyan Namekian techniques. Special beam, Kamehameha!" Gohan's ultimate attack begins to engulf Zyros' attack, making Zyros received every attack from Saiyan Hybrid. Zyros says, "What? Impossible!" Piccolo watches smiling and says, "Well done, Gohan. You won. Now it is your turn." Piccolo has started to look at Azazel, who was totally enraged, and says, "How dare you! Zyros, you weak, being defeated by a mere mortal!" Gohan was already weakened from having fought Zyko, and soon after against Zyros says, "Mr. Piccolo, I'm broke. This guy is with you now." Gohan then faints. Azazel speaks. "Angels, always as weak as ever. It is time for the Makayoshins to spring into action." Scared, Piccolo says, "A Makayoshin and an angel were together all this time?" Zyros, lying on the floor, barely able to speak, says, "Don't be mad, Azazel, please." Azazel says, "Now it will be the end of you all." A blue light appears in front of Azazel. Piccolo again activates his Namek God form and speaks. Well, I guess it's time for the Super Namekian to step into action. To be continued. An angel and a devil together. What's behind it? And what do you believe it's going to be all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.